Christmas sweaters. We all know what those are. Usually they're red, white, or green with some kind of a design that ties in with the season. Well, one year I kinda got a Christmas sweater as a gift. I say kinda because it didn't have a design, so it didn't really have to work for Christmas. It could have been whenever, but you get the gist. Okay, so before I go any further, let me go into bigger detail about something. You see, each year we do this thing where the youngest would open their gifts first, and then the next oldest, and then the next oldest, and so on and so forth until everyone had opened their gifts. However, the next year it would flip so that the oldest would open their gifts first, and then the youngest, until everyone had opened their gifts for that year. And I was the youngest every time we gathered, so every other year I had to wait until everyone else opened their gifts. Usually I'd get super antsy because, well, I'm a kid and I want my new toys, damn it! At the time I was a kid anyway. I don't remember exactly how old I was, but I'm pretty sure that I was in middle school. Anyway, this was one of those years where I had to wait to open up my gifts. I waited for my grandparents to open their gifts, then my mom, then one of my uncles, then my other uncle, then it was finally me. I mean, there might have been more people, but again, this was a long time ago. You see, I had opened a few gifts before I got to this one. Just the typical things kids would want. Games and toys, and probably a few other things here and there. There was obviously some clothes in the mix, and I obviously got a pair of Ugg boots, maybe 2 pairs, but stuff like that. Just the usual. Now, keep in mind the build-up for this so far. I had already opened a handful of my gifts, and I also waited a rather long time because everyone else had to open their gifts before me. Now, before I go any further, I just want to clarify that this is more about the event after receiving this gift, okay? You'll understand why soon, but just roll with it. So, when I grabbed this one gift, I wasn't sure if it would be one of those gifts that was meant to throw me off. Because that happened before. You know, like, if it's like a box, inside a box, inside a box, and so on and so forth. So, I tore apart the wrapping like a hyperactive little child that I was. Plus, it was always fun to destroy the wrapping, come on. Then I opened the box, and I laid my eyes on the sweater. And for a good couple of seconds, I just stared at this thing. Not sure how to react. So when I finally pulled the sweater out of the box it was in, obviously after being prompted, of course, the youngest of my 2 uncles just blurted out without missing a beat, "Who killed Elmo?" You see, this is why I traded PG. The room went silent for a couple of seconds, followed by everyone going into a laughing fit for like a solid minute, maybe more. It was just perfect. And yes, the sweater did look like someone skinned Elmo, or just used his fur to create a fuzzy red sweater. Now, I know my uncle's probably watching this, and if he is, I hope he remembers this moment, because I obviously do, and I loved it. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I've got for this Christmas video. See ya, and stay warm out there.